Him being elected as new president of the Republic and the president of Italy on his country's national day. Minister of Health announces 786 new COVID-19 confirmed cases and the death toll goes up to 50. And the civil and military sectors of the state continue their efforts to deal with the tropical depression in the governorate of the FAR. Live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, here we present to you the details. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Evariste Ndayishimiye of the Republic of Burundi on him being elected as the new President of the Republic. His Majesty the Sultan also sends a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Sergio Mattarella of the Republic of Italy on his country's National Day. The Minister of Health announced 786 new confirmed cases of the COVID-19, which brings the total number registered in the Sultanate to 12,223, including 50 deaths. The Minister of Health stresses that 2,682 cases have been recovered. Within the efforts to limit the spread of COVID-19, the Ministry advises all citizens and residents to keep on washing hands with water and soap. Avoid touching the face, nose, mouth and eyes. Follow hygienic habits when coughing and sneezing. Adhere strictly to social distancing instructions. Stay at home and not to go out unless absolutely necessary. Adhering to isolation and social distancing will prevent you, your family and the community from COVID-19. Stay safe. Within the supporting efforts exerted in dealing with the development resulted from COVID-19, especially the Capital Market Authority announced an initiative of insurance companies to deal with coronavirus. The initiative included covering medical checkups and treatments for those who have insurance and got infected with COVID-19. The circulation issued by the Capital Market Authority clarified that this initiative included providing medical checkups and treatment for those covered by insurance, as the current health insurance documents did not cover the epidemics according to the global practices in providing health insurance coverage in all countries of the world. The initiative will be applied from the date of the issue of the circulation. The analysis of the National Multi-Hazards Early Warning Center indicates that a depression is formed over the southeastern Arabian Sea near to the Indian coastal areas located at latitude 13 degrees north and longitude 71.4 degrees east, and a maximum estimated wind speed around the center is between 17 and 25 knots, 30 and 45 kilometers per hour. The first indication shows that the depression will track to the north towards the coast of India and Pakistan, with no effects to the Sultanate coast during the next 3 days. The latest numerical prediction indicates that the depression will intensify to a deep depression and then to a tropical storm. The National Multi-Hazards Early Warning Center keeps monitoring all the updates of this tropical weather system, and the Public Authority for Civil Aviation advises to the public to follow its latest weather bulletins and reports. The latest weather charts and analysis of the National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Center indicates that the tropical depression is located over the Republic of Yemen with an estimated surface wind speed around the center between 15 and 23 knots, 27 and 40 kilometers per hour. Heavy thunder showers are expected to continue over the governorate of the FAR and likely to concentrate over the western parts of the surrounding desert areas of the governorate during the next 24 hours, along with fresh to strong winds, flooding in low-lying areas and overflowing wadis with reduction in horizontal visibility. Seas will be rough along the coast of the governorate of the FAR, with a maximum wave height of 4 meters along the governorates of Al-Wusta and South Al-Sharqiyya. The maximum wave height will be around 2 meters. regulators. The Public Authority for Civil Aviation advises the public to take precaution and stay away from low-lying areas, avoid crossing flowing wadis, and not to venture out to sea. Heavy rainfalls in the wilayas of Mirbat in the governorate of Dhofar caused damage to one of the main water pipeline and shut down electricity supply in parts of the wilaya, in addition to damaged roads in the Niaba of Tawi Atir. These are the scenes from the wilaya of Mirbat. In the wilaya of Dalhut, the work is in the progress for repairing damaged roads due to the tropical depression which affected the governorate of Dhofar. The efforts from all national and domestic sectors are continuing to bring the life back to normalcy. The Sultan's Armed Forces with its various units and formations continues its efforts to deal with the tropical conditions centered on the coast of the governorate of Dhofar. The FARC forces, along with the Sultan's Armed Forces Engineering Department in the Royal Army of Oman, with all their national capacities and heavy equipment, worked hard to limit the impacts of the tropical condition in the governorate. The military subcommittee also activated its emergency plan to deal with the situation. Meanwhile, the Engineering Services Unit in the Ministry of Defense is also well prepared to spread its technical teams in the governorate to deal with the water pools drainage as well as power outage. The citizens and residents of the governorate of Dhofar value the great efforts exerted by the Sultan's Armed Forces along with the rest of the government bodies in limiting the impacts of the tropical condition in the governorate. Royal Oman Police stated that the Center for the Management of Emergency Cases in the Governorate of Dhofar received over 145 distress calls as people were struck. Cars were swept away, asking for help, fires and disruption of roads during the tropical depression that affected all the governorate. Royal Oman Police and Civil Defense and ambulance personnel, in cooperation with the other bodies concerned, managed to deal with all that distress calls as their efforts laid in rescuing and helping to over 140 persons in the governorate, in addition to transporting patients who are in emergency condition to Sultan Qaboos Hospital in Salalah. The Telecommunications Regulatory Authority, in cooperation with the National Committee for Emergency Management and the telecommunications companies, is following some minor interruptions that happened in the communication networks in various wilayas of the governorate of Dhofar due to power outages and some optical fiber wires as a result of torrential wadis and rains due to the weather condition. The authority currently working with the maintenance teams of the telecommunications companies to restore service as soon as possible, and it is directed the telecommunications companies to facilitate activating the local roaming feature in the event of continued service interruption. Producers' price index in the Sultanate recorded a decrease by 5.5% during the first quarter of 2020 compared to the same period of 2019. The initial data issued by the National Center for Statistics and Information pointed out that the prices of oil and gas products recorded a decrease of 6.3%, while the prices of non-oil products recorded a decline of 3%. The prices of dairy products witnessed an increase by 5.2%. The prices of fisheries, fruits, vegetables and oil products also recorded an increase by 3.1%. The prices of ready-made clothes and textile products witnessed an increase of 0.7%. The total investments of companies in the insurance sectors increased by 2.8% during the first quarter of this year, achieving around 686.8 million Oman Riyals. According to the audited financial data of the insurance sector, the national company's investments in the insurance sector amounted to 429 million Omani Riyals, while the total investments of foreign companies reached over 257 million Omani Riyals. The national insurance company's investments inside the Sultanate reached 90%, while the outside investments reached 10%. Following the decision of the Supreme Committee to deal with the coronavirus, 50% of the workforce of the public and private sector's employees have returned to work yesterday, taking precautionary measures to maintain a healthy work environment and prevent the spread of the virus. More details in the following report.
After nearly 2 months of working from home due to COVID-19 epidemic, 50% of the workforce of the public and private sector's employees have returned to their offices yesterday, following the decisions of the Supreme Committee to deal with coronavirus.
We opened this hall for the necessary service, like the Legal Act, and the service that people must come here. And there is another service, like online service, and the public can go to the online to see which kind of service we make on the online. We make, first of all, we make 2 meters, like you see when you take the vision of the hall. We make 2 meters between the people, and they have to wear masks and wear gloves. And we protect our employees too, and the public.
The situation of returning to work has been different than ever. The employees are cautious and following health safety precautions, like wearing masks and washing hands constantly, while maintaining physical distancing and avoiding shaking hands to protect themselves, colleagues, and the whole community from the virus.
From the day when the ministry has taken the maximum precautions against this actually disaster, the virus pandemic situation, and the ministry was succeeded to circulate the precautionary measurement to all regions, to all offices, the ministry offices, and alhamdulillah, everything was taken care of, and the instruction of all circulars issued from the ministry was actually understood by all the in charge and by all the personnel, ministry staff. And we didn't have any kind of affected staff till now, alhamdulillah, thanks to God. And I think that's fair to the understanding and the cooperation met by the all personnel.
We are happy to come back to our normal duty. And actually, we didn't stop the work. We was working from a distance. We came back as 60% of employees. We are wearing masks, keep distance between all of us, and we're washing our hand regularly.
Following health instructions at the premises of the institutions is also associated with implementing other safety measures, like reducing insignificant direct meetings and using phone calls or emails for communication among co-workers. Taking precautions at the work environment does not only help the employees and beneficiaries from spreading the virus, but it will also support the efforts exerted by the concerned authorities to control this pandemic. صالح بوخلفان الرحبي, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
The Central Bank of Oman, CBO, issued the first license to non-bank financial entities, fintech companies, in favor of Thawani Technologies for complying with all regulatory requirements. More details in the following report. The first license to non-bank financial entities, fintech companies, issued by the Central Bank of Oman is a fundamental step towards achieving Oman's vision to nurture and enable fintech companies to offer acceptable, affordable, accessible, and available services to the nation.
Recently, Thawani has been awarded the first payment service provider license in Oman. To Thawani, it's a direct reporting to Central Bank, direct connectivity to Central Bank networks, and direct supervision by Central Bank. It also allows Thawani more room for innovation, more room to create new products that are either existing currently enhanced product or a completely whole new systems. To our users, it means that Thawani is now able to create new products that really touches their daily requirements, their daily needs, like the transfers, like the normal payment to merchants, remote payments, and much more services that are currently in the pipeline.
An Omani startup, Thawani, was established in 2016, allowing safer and quicker cashless mobile payment solutions to merchants, individual shoppers, and buyers alike. It is an Omani company specialized in providing innovative e-payment solutions through mobile phones and other electronic channels. Thawani is a platform that provides a free app that makes it easy for customers and merchants to make payments and authorize transactions with their smartphones. An internationally certified company in card securities, it has become the leading platform for e-transactions and payment setup, bringing the next generation of e-payment solutions to the local market in just a few short years.
For our merchants, it means faster onboarding experience and much better digital experience within the system. More products actually that answers and addresses their daily requirements, which are planned very soon to release in the latest revamped Thawani update, which is planned very soon.
Thawani is poised to launch new and unprecedented products and features as Omani's payments infrastructure continues to race forward, particularly in light of the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. Its growing list of clients includes nationwide service providers such as an Oman oil marketing company and Haya water company. The company also offers smart services retail and bill payments and payment of tuition fees and social insurance. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan greets the President of Burundi on him being elected as new President of the Republic of the President and the President of Italy on his country's National Day. Ministry of Health announces 786 new COVID-19 confirmed cases and the death toll goes up to 50. The civil and military sectors of the state continue their efforts to deal with the tropical depression in the governorate of Dhofar. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Thank you for joining us and good night.